Buck and I are going to be headed up the Natchez Trace Parkway. We're going from Natchez, Mississippi up to Nashville. We're going to be camping out of my truck and the hammock that I have. Going to see what sights we can see. Follow along. Got kind of a late start today, so it's about 3:30 and I'm actually going to pull up in the Rocky Springs campground area and maybe camp for a little bit. There goes $2 worth of water. So I stopped here at Rocky Springs Campground, and I'm gonna get set up with my hammock and cook some dinner. I'm gonna go ahead and get dinner started because I'm just gonna leave it on and let it run for a little while because it'll take about 45 minutes or so to cook the rice. So I'm just gonna be doing a simple one-pot meal on the camp stove with some chicken tenders, chicken broth, some rice, cream of mushroom soup, and then these sweet peas will go in at the end. Plop those in there. Look, you want some Indian? All right, so I got my hammock set up. We'll see how this does with my back. It's a lay flat hammock, and I got it a couple of years ago since I've hurt my back because my other hammocks were giving me issues and I was still wanting to get out, but I haven't used it since my back surgery, so we're gonna give it a shot. It's a war bonnet ridge runner with the rain fly. You can see it has these spreader bars on the ends so that it's able to lay flat and you're not kind of in there sideways like a regular hammock or a regular camping hammock. And then obviously I've got this little pillow here, goes right up there. I have a nice quilt for the top and a war bonnet under quilt that'll go about halfway for my torso, and then I can use the the top quilt for my feet. But it's not supposed to get too cold tonight. I think mid 40s, and then tomorrow I think it's supposed to get down around freezing, so definitely want to bring out the quilt then, and I'll have it ready because it'll probably get cold through the night. Well, I've definitely had better sleep, but I got some sleep in my hammock and a little bit in my truck. It was very windy last night. I was all right with the temperature. The temperature was fine, but the wind kept blowing things around and waking me up and that kind of stuff. And then I just eventually gave up and came and slept in my truck. So, which is fine. I'm gonna get driving down the road a little bit from the campground, find a little nature area along the way, maybe as it warms up a little bit, and have some breakfast. So we made it down to Dean's stand for breakfast. That wind. So for breakfast, got some oatmeal, a little bit of sugar, a little bit of coconut oil, and then some green tea. And got a little cemetery over here. I'm assuming that this would have been Dean's stand area where they have it cleared out, the cemetery, all of this little area. It's pretty cool. I would go over there, but they have a danger keep out sign, so I'm gonna respect the sign for now. What you think, Buck? He was like, you don't care about no signs, do you? So this oatmeal with a little bit of sugar and some coconut oil will probably get me through lunch, but I do have a bagged salad, which I'll probably eat for dinner tonight. So we just stopped by the Ross Barnett Reservoir Overlook. I'm not going to spend much time here because the wind is howling like nothing else. So let Buck do some business and then get back on the road. I don't know about y'all, but every time I go through a cypress swamp or a cypress grove, I just feel like I'm stepping back in time. It feels like, you know, just something out of the prehistoric times. It's beautiful. It always has an interesting feel and aura to it. I can tell you where the grass doesn't grow.
Hello, my name is LaDonna Brown. I am the tribal anthropologist at the Chickasaw Nation.
My name is Pauline Brown. I'm a Chickasaw. Sister for Pauline Brown. Chickasaw.
I would like to greet you at the Chickasaw village site on the Natchez Trace Parkway. Chugma, welcome to our village. This is a place that we think of as our home. This is our community. This is the place where we live. It's not only a place where we live, but a place where we take care of each other. In our community, if one person is hungry, everybody is hungry. And the hunters would go out and they would hunt and they would bring animals back and everybody would eat.
The Chickasaw people didn't only work and strive to feed. There was joking and talking and laughter under some of the trees. The old people got together and discussed different things, and the children were out there playing. The woman would have a big black pot going with some kind of dish like what Chickasaws call pashofa. It's corn boiled in water, and they add pork to it. Then there was the dance.
So you have many different things going on in the village. You also have traders who are traveling all across this continent from coast to coast, from east to west, and from north to south, and who are trading with all of these different tribes. People who have different cultures than us, people who have different languages than us. And they are trading for what we call exotic trade good items. And they're bringing all of those items back into our village. And they're trading their wares to the community members.
And then the Chickasaws not only did all of that, but they were holy people. Yagni mati holy tupa means their land was very holy. They were happy.
You may or may not be able to see with the GoPro, but way back here there are a couple of large mounds, burial mounds for the Indians or the Native Americans. These are the Far mounds, and they date back to around 2,000 years ago. I think that's pretty cool. You know, how they would use these mounds as burials and hold ceremonies and whatnot. But also, if you're in the area, someone please come get this cat. She is so sweet. I left her some food and somebody has already left her some water up there, so she'll be here. But I have a dog with me, so I can't take her, and I already have a cat, so please somebody come get her. So I made it to Franklin, Tennessee. I have about 15 or 20 miles left to finish the trace. I think it'll be dark when I get there, so I'm just gonna end this now.